Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be working on this 2005 Ford Mustang and we're going to be making it very nice. No, we're not. We're actually going to be working on the 1978 F-150 known as Hank. The funny thing is I have the 1978 F-150 rundown old truck in the garage and I have the nice Mustang right here under the carport, but it's easier to get to because this is my daily driver. So we're going to go ahead and work on the truck. We're going to make it able to be driven more because the transmission leaks really bad. So when we fix that, we'll be able to drive it more, do more videos with it and everything else. One of the main issues with the truck is, the transmission leaks, so I can't drive it. So I got a new transmission pan. We got to install that. I did not get gasket maker for it, so I'll have to go to the auto parts store and get some gasket maker for it. And once we get the gasket maker for it, I'll be able to actually put the transmission pan in, and there she is. Not the best looking truck, but it is pretty good looking. I actually painted it myself, so hopefully you guys don't give me too much crap for the horrible paint job. So there she sits. I'm gonna turn her around so she's not in the sun when I'm right there working on it. I don't know why I call it a she when its name is Hank. I don't know why. All right. That's not gonna work. So the truck isn't starting, which is normal for it. It won't start because we have some sort of crackhead butchery going on here from the previous owner that I got it from. So I'm finally gonna fix it. And hopefully that'll fix the whole, it won't start every time I try to sell it, or it won't start when I want to drive it or anything. Because I've tried to sell the truck a few times and now I think I've decided to keep it because every time I've tried to sell it, it will not start. And then if the person leaves, it will start. So I think the thing is just destined to live with me, so I'm just going to make it good. Poor Hank. That's the name of the truck. And that is the problem. This butchery. Don't even know how that works. It's tight, but yeah, butchery everywhere. I got 2 new cables, so that way, this one's probably not that bad, but we're gonna change it anyway. Alright, I got it all redone, perfectly assembled and cleaned up. Looks really nice. All redone, nicely grounded right there from now on, so we won't have hopefully any grounding issues. Also have an external ground that goes right to the starter relay, so that way we won't have any issues there. And in theory, it will try to start. Just for the record, I do know that the wiring does not look good yet, but I will get there. So now, the truck seems to be good. See how low it is? Bangs right into reverse. Kind of into gear. So that's good news. We got the truck somewhat figured out as far as that goes. It seems to be actually firing up a little weird, so it might actually be a little too far advanced because I never showed that part of the truck. They ended up putting a different distributor in it, and that distributor has points, and this is a 78 F-150. It should have electronic ignition, but, well, it doesn't. So there's that. But all in all, it runs alright, so we'll just leave it. I won't change that just yet, or maybe I won't for the whole life of that engine. But now we're going to get to what the video is actually supposed to be about, which was to actually revive the truck, and this is part of the reason, is the transmission pan. It has a hole in it, so it leaks all the transmission fluid out of it. I sealed it a little bit, but it leaks it out after it gets a little warm, so we're going to go ahead and get to work on that, so let's get to it. And here's a quick look at the transmission pan. As you can see, I RTV'd it, spray painted over it, JB welded it after that, and then I did it all over again a few times, and it still leaks bad, and the pan's all bent and mangled up. It just dripped right now. That is full of transmission fluid, almost completely full. And it's only been sitting, well, I guess it's been sitting almost a month, so there's no fluid really in it. So I decided not to actually turn the truck around. Go figure. After it got later in the day, the sun's not over there. So we're just gonna drop the pan right there, put the new one in, drive the truck around, make sure it's good, and this has been a long transmission pan swap, I will say. Ridiculous. But that's just my luck, right? Everyone has to have some bad luck when they work on these older vehicles. Only me, it seems like, but I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that have worked on old stuff and then it messes up like 20 times and then you finally get it right and then it'll probably mess up on me again. So, I actually had to get that tote, or that container, to actually get the rest of the transmission fluid, because I actually thought there was practically none in there, but it turns out the pan held more than I thought. So yeah, there's a little bloodbath, a little stains here and there, but I got the pan out. It is actually right here, and you can see the lovely hole that I actually welded a little bit to, and I mean, I don't know how it could have leaked, but oils are oils, they'll go right through anything they can. And then I got the new transmission pan right here with the RTV on it. It's good to go, and it's the same exact pan. It's got C6 engraved in it, really nice. Everything's good to go. I've been letting this dry a little bit to actually form a bit more of a gasket than RTV, and it's already pretty much good to go. So I'll be able to put that in right now, and then put fluid in it, and then drive the truck around. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm very excited about driving the truck. Just saying. Alright, transmission pan is now installed. There's the new transmission pan. It looks really good, I think, under there. It'll definitely not leak as bad. If it does leak, it's because of the gasket crap I did, but that was the fastest and cheapest way to do that. So I'll be able to have a semi-leaking transmission pan instead of one that spits it out. I'd rather have it only leak, you know, a quart every 3 months than 5 quarts in an hour, because it was doing that. It would go through the whole 5 quarts in an hour and a half. It was awful. You wouldn't be able to even drive the truck anywhere. That's why I only drove it 10 miles and I've had it for over a year almost. So this is a huge improvement. I can't wait to actually put fluid in it. I'll have to do that tomorrow because I have other things planned for today. I'll get the fluid tonight, so in the morning I'll just be able to get right into it, put the fluid in it, and drive it around. Alright guys, I have an update on the 78 Ford. It turns out the truck is still on Craigslist. So I got a phone call on it today that they want to look at it to maybe buy it. So these people are going to come by at 2:30 to look at it, see if they want to buy it. And if they do, then the truck will be sold, because I really don't have a desire to keep it, because I want to keep it, but I don't. It's kind of a weird, I have mixed feelings about it right now. I just changed the transmission pan and the battery cables today, so that way the truck will actually be usable. So we'll find out. I'm going to put the fluid in it today, drive it around, see if everything's good, because I don't want these people to end up with a truck that's no good. So I'm kind of glad if I do sell it that I did everything I did, so I know that it was done right, because I don't want to be a bad person. I want to be a decent person about selling it. So that's the update for it. If anything changes, I will keep you informed. Tomorrow at 2:30 is the day that the people are going to look at the truck. So that means the truck is either going to be gone or he's going to stay with the channel for I don't know how long. Because if these people don't buy the truck, I'm done trying to sell it. I'm going to hunt down that Craigslist ad on my email and I'm deleting it, because I don't know how it's still up, but it is. So I'm going to delete it after this, and if they buy them, well, there goes Hank. And he's going to a good home, I'm sure, and he's a good truck. I solved many of the issues that I was having with it, so they'll be able to daily drive it now. I won't be able to, but in the long run, if I do sell them, then I'll be able to move on to bigger and better things with the channel. So it's not a wash, if anything, and I still got a good video out of it. So goodbye, Hank. All right, we got the truck out, looking good. Filled the transmission up. The thing rides and drives really good. I'm not going to do anything too crazy with it yet because, well, I don't know if I'm selling it. I don't want to risk breaking it, and I know I will break it. So the truck actually does really good. There's only one issue I have with it, and that's, well, I can't see where I'm going. There's so much dirt on the windshield. When the sun hits it, you're blind. But other than that, it's pretty good. I just drive my head sticking out the window, obviously. It's the only way to drive this thing. But it's a good truck, trust me. Maybe I'm going to be very happy when the person does buy it. So, I We got the hill here. Oh yeah. Good truck. Oh man, the driveway. I always find it funny how these old trucks are not fast by any means and they don't have a lot of power, but they're so much fun to drive. So if you actually want to have a really fun to drive vehicle, get yourself an old truck like that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.